They've been nursing home candidates for years, but they wanted to maintain their independence, be responsible, take care of themselves, and besides the finances drying up, then their health became such that they had to have, additional eyes, ears, looking out for them, became housebound, needed, basically totally dependent. So we've taken care of them in our home for over a year, and they've just escalated with one emergency after the other, falls, heart issues, and it's been quite stressful.
They really come to the end of their financial means. She has severe Alzheimer's, and he has a macular degeneration where he's gone blind basically, he's diabetic, he's got heart failure, he's got a lot of problems, and they did not have the ability to care for themselves anymore, and so Diane and her husband, who's a son of the parents, have taken them into their home and tried to care for them, but really a huge big project beyond what I think Diane could handle, and she's learned all the ins and outs of all the different social services that there are.
They would just be overwhelmed if they had to do what we've done on their behalf. They would almost be to the point of giving up, and saying, I can't process all this information, I can't figure out, what to do with it, and just because of failing health and processing ability declining and so on and so forth, it'd be like, well, yeah, we thought we were going to be okay, but even getting supplemental insurance and doing what we knew to do, it may not be enough.
But it's been a huge, big journey because there's a lot of requirements that a lot of people don't know about, and Diane's sort of learned them the hard way through experience. We have a unique system in the United States in that we really run the research throughout the world. I mean, the rest of the world depends on us to pay their pharmacy bill, in a sense. We have the ones who've innovated new medications, and we don't have a controlled, socialized system that's centrally controlled. Those kind of systems, research is almost, just totally stifled. And you see a lot more research going on in the United States than anywhere else. And that's where the innovations come, and that's what improves patient care, that's what improves longevity. And it's been a great system over many, many years, and there's not any reason to change it now.
They had the meds they had, and certainly it's prolonged their life. I mean, the doctors have confirmed that, and without them, they wouldn't be here even now. The little contact I've had, maybe I would catch people at a not so good day. The Medicare people were a little less kind, a little less compassionate, and seemed the knowledge and needing to just read a form versus having a conversation with me. And then you try to ask a specific question and you don't get an answer to that question. You get another paragraph read to you that was already read to you. And it's like, okay, I don't know if we have lack of understanding on the other end, or if they don't know the information either. You're calling people, trying to find out, are there specialists you can talk to about this? And then you're going online and you're reading Medicare, your requirements, regulations, rules, but there's only so much information. Everything isn't spelled out, and everyone's situation and finances are different. So you would think you understood something, and then someone else would say, oh no, but that doesn't apply to this. This is kind of a little bit different. And so that even from one consultant to another, you would hear two different things, to where you constantly were feeling like, do I even know anything? And is it going to ever remain, this is it, without it maybe changing, or people's understanding of it making it sound like it's different. And one can be a lot more complicated to pursue one person's advice versus someone else, is what we found out. As grateful as we are for care that's being provided, if it's not communicated in such a way to where you can take advantage of it or understand it, sometimes I felt like, well, have I done something wrong by calling to try to, get information on my in-laws' behalf, or do I sound like I can't, figure things out, that you're just reading the same information over to me instead of answering a specific detailed question? So after a while, you're just like, oh, I guess I have to figure this out on my own.
other companies might pay you 80%, and then the patient will pay 20%. But Medicare will pay you definitely less than that. They set the prices. We don't set the prices, and they tell us this is what you're going to get paid, period. I've had Medicare set down payments for months and months. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we have. It can be 18 months sometimes before you get a claim resolved. So it can happen. Now, there's state laws, there's things that they have that they're supposed to respond within 30 days, and they have little tricks they play to keep you from paying and say that they're investigating the claim and such.
This is what we do for you. Check it off. See you next time if you make it around to next time. And it's like, well, that's the only choices we have for you. And if that choice doesn't fit the need, you're going, oh, okay, what do we do if we end up facing that scenario? So you're constantly trying to look ahead, but things are changing so fast and so much that, we can't even get information from the people who seemingly act like they know what they're talking about and know the system, and they're just saying and warning, oh, well, things are changing, well, things are getting stricter now. Well, yeah, they used to do that, but now it's this way.
He's saying he's saving $500 billion, and he's not. He's taking $500 billion from Advantage plans and basically trying to put everybody else on Medicare. That's a huge, big mistake. These Advantage plans are much more efficient than Medicare itself.
If my father-in-law is already complaining about, the attention he's not getting and everybody's doing their best, what's it going to be like if it gets even more strict and more things are withheld, or they're given more guidelines that you can only care for them if they meet this guideline, or you have to drop them after this many days? Yeah. More suffering and more pain and more befuddlement and wondering, where did we go wrong? What could we have done to have prevented this? And probably nothing, because it seems to be out of our control. You want to feel like you're being responsible and controlling things, but things are being pulled or changed or juggled just too much, and you lose anything to hang on to.
I think the AMA, the pharmaceutical companies, and the hospital corporations sold the public down the road, along with the AARP, to sign this bill and to push it through, which was, and they got arm twisting from the White House, no question, to make that happen, and I think it was a big mistake.